Yo, 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 what up, YouTube? All right, so today I'm going to show you guys how to create new dealerships inside of QBCore. A lot of people ask me this question and want to know how to do it. So, first and foremost, I'm just going to go into the server and I'm going to join it, and then we're going to get started. There'll be a few things you need right out the gate. But we'll get those sorted here in a second after 5M opens. So, all right, let's go ahead and go to favorites, go to the test city, connect to that. Oh, man. So while mute that, all right. So while that loads, I'm gonna show you guys everything that you need. So you need to first and foremost go to your server. Mine's on my desktop. Yours could be wherever you put it. Go to your resource folder. Go to vehicles. No, not vehicles. Sorry. Go to resources. Go to QB. Go down to QB vehicle shop, and then once you're there, you're gonna see the config. Once you open that up, you're gonna see everything here as far as what you need as to config for your vehicle shop that you want to add. And then also you want to open up your vehicle's Lua, which is located in this path. If you go back to QB and you go to QBCore, you go to shared, and you go to vehicles Lua. That's your vehicles Lua, which is this file right here. And then I also open my jobs Lua because you have to create a job that you want to manage a shop if you want it to be a managed shop. If you just want the shop for players to walk in and buy cars without anyone being there, you won't have to worry about doing this step. But I'm creating a shop where it's locked down by job. So I'm creating a donor shop. So when players like donate to my server or boost a server or something like that, or I want to reward them, I give them a donor vehicle or something like that. But only staff in my server, the people with the role staff, the job staff, can give them a car from that dealership. So that's why this is open. So we're going to start on this side with the config. Let me see if I have loaded into the city. Yep, I have. We're going to go. I think I was in front of the dealership in my last location. Yeah. Okay, cool. So this is the empty dealership. So basically, first thing I do is I go into the file. PDM is Premium Deluxe Motorsports. You don't have to touch that. I copy the luxury dealership because I want to model my dealership based off of how this is already set up. So I just copy all these lines, Control C, go to the end of that line, hit enter, and then paste it in. I change the name of the shop to whatever you want it to be. Make sure it is lowercase. So I want my shop name to be Supporter. Um, and then I want the job to be Staff. And I'm going to change this to Supporter Shop. And then, okay, so also I didn't tell you, you also need to open up this blips resource so that you can see the blip that you want to use for your dealership. The best way to do that is to just go to a new tab, type in 5M blips, and then you click the first link on the top, and it takes you right to the blips. So that's how I got here. So let's just say I want to use, let's find a good car. I had one. Actually, we can use one of these trucks if the logo spawns. Let's see. Let's try to use this 825. So copy that. We're gonna change this logo right here. The color, I want it to be like a goldish color. So at the bottom of that same blips thing. You could choose a color. I want it to be like that, like a darker yellow. So I picked 28. And you're going to go into here and you're going to change this blip color. And then, so now we want to go get the poly for the dealership. So how we do that is go in game, go to our dealership MLO, and we do T/PZ create, and then space poly, and then we can name it. We can name it whatever. We'll just name it test for now, but you can name it to whatever you want so you recognize it. Then that's your first point. So then what I do is, then I come over here to add my second point. So to do that, you type in, you do T/PZ add, hit enter. Then I go for my next point, which is going to be all the way over here in this corner over here. And then I do PZ add. Then I jump over to this corner, PZ add. Then I jump to this one, PZ add. Okay, so now you see this green area and you're within it. So all your cars have to be within this green area now. So when you want to put cars on the floor, they have to be within this green area. So now once I'm done, I do T/PZ finish. And then what I do is, you can see right there in the left hand corner, it says that it went, you look at my chat, it says that it went to PZ_create_zones.txt. To find that file on your desktop, I mean on your server, you're gonna go back to your main folder. It's right here. Now you won't see it right away. You're gonna come back to your main folder where your CFG is. You're not gonna see it, so you're gonna hit the refresh button. Once you hit that refresh button, you're gonna see this file pop up. You're gonna open it, and then at the bottom of it right here, I have my polyzone for my test shop right here. So I just copy these chords, Control C. I go right here where I want my shop, and I paste those in. I need the min and max, so to get the min and max, you go back over here, you copy these numbers, I just replace these, take out the dashes. Dashes mean that it is commented out and it won't read that code. We want it to read the code. And if you realize that this doesn't have a comma at the end of it, like the one above it does, you need to add it. So you go here and you just add that comma. And then now we can go get the location for where we want the shop to be and stuff like that. So we already changed the blip, actual blip and the blip color. Now we're going to change we're going to actually add the blip and all that other stuff. So I have a resource for my coordinates. I think you can do, I think QB allows you to do this, T/vector, yep. So you can do T/vector3, hit enter, and it copies your vector 3 coordinates for where you're standing, and you can just go in here over these coordinates and paste them in. And then same thing, so the return location is where you're going to return a car. I want players to return cars here at the front, so I'm just going to put my return location right here off the sidewalk. So I can do vector 3, then I go over here and they can return the car right at these coordinates. The next one is vector 4 for the spawn location of the vehicle. So I found a pretty good spawn location over here. I feel like right back here is good, or you can do it right here on the side. So I'll just put it right here. So actually I won't cover it, but let's do it to where it's like back here. So T/vector4, and then paste those coordinates in. Now we're going to get the test drive location. That actually could be the same as your car spawn location. Just make sure that whatever staff member is giving player cars, they're not letting people test drive and buy cars at the, like, selling cars to a player at the same time, so that the cars don't spawn on top of each other when you do it, because that'll do that. But they should be doing one car at a time. If they're going to test drive, they test drive. If they're going to buy it, they buy it. So that's how that goes. Okay, now for this part, that's why I have this vehicles part over here open. I want to test with 4 cars. So the 4 cars I'm going to test with, I'm going to go get them. So if I go to here and I go to this, I can go and choose, let's just say I want this car. Makes this a little bit easier on myself. I created this little document, and what I could do is just take the name of the car, paste it over here. Let's do the Challenger. Let's do the let's see what we got. Oh, let's do a BMW. I think, and then let's just do this Jeep. So 2 cars and 2 SUVs. And then I'm just gonna skip a few lines. I'll go back to VS Code, and I want to grab 4 cars out of here. This is 4 right here. So I go back over here and I start to edit the car. Okay, so the first car is a 14 Charger. I just go in here and I paste in the car. So the car spawn name, the spawn name of the car. The reason why it's so easy for me is because when I create my car packs, I make sure the name of the folder is the same name of the spawn of the car. That's the smartest way to do this, so you don't lose track of shit. So I say make sure that that is the same name. So this has to be the name of the spawn of the car. Not the name of the folder, unless it's the same name as the spawn of the car, which is what's in this folder. Okay, so continuing on, this name has to be the same. The model has to be the same. The hash has to be the same. So those three have to be the same. Now, in this top part is the name of the vehicle. This is a 2014 Charger. And then the brand is going to be Dodge. And then the category that I wanted to go into is also going to be Dodge. And then the dealership is not PDM, it is supporter. Okay, and then I continue with the next car. So I'm just going to go through these really quick. Remember, it's changing 3 locations: the top line, the model, and the hash. The price is going to be 0 because it's a donor shop. This is a 2023 Challenger. And Dodge makes this as well. And then this needs to be changed to, no, that don't need to be changed. This needs to be changed to 0. And this needs to be changed to Dodge. Now, the category of car is what shows on the menu. So if you don't want to be confused when you start adding cars into your dealership, if you want all your Dodge vehicles to be under one section, you just you put all of your Dodge vehicles in a Dodge category. Don't mess that up, because that is, a lot of people mess that up. So supporter, and then we're just gonna do the BMW and change it on the model. and change it on the hash. Make sure the car price is 0. This I think is a X6M BMW. Let's just do SX6. Sorry guys, I'm messing this up. Code X6M, and then we want to change the brand to BMW. Yeah, BMW capital. And then change the shop name to Supporter. Okay, so here's the thing. Supporter has to be lowercase because on our vehicle shop, it is lowercase at the top. So make sure that you keep those the same. If you mess that up, it will not, this car at least will not show in that Supporter shop because it doesn't, the server doesn't know Supporter with a capital S. It knows Supporter with a lowercase. So the last car is the 22 Jeep. So let's do 2022 Trackhawk is the name of this vehicle. And then we're going to change this to the spawn code, that to the spawn code, and that to the spawn code. And then we're going to change this to Jeep. And then we're going to change this. Okay, so this is going to go under miscellaneous cars, and so is this car, because just to show an example of if you want cars to show in a different category. So I'm going to put 2 mismatched cars in this category. Then make this Supporter. And make the price 0. Now, all the guy to do is copy this code that I redid, go into my vehicles Lua, and scroll all the way to the bottom. And to keep things organized and in place, what I like to do is hit enter, 2 dashes. Remember, anything that has 2 dashes or is commented out, it will not be read by the code. So this is just for me to comment. So Supporter cars, and then I enter and I paste in the cars. Okay, there are the cars, and I missed a bracket here. So if you miss stuff, make sure, oh shit, yes, you fix it before you restart the server. Okay, so save that. Okay, now let's go put the cars on the actual floor. I'll show you guys how I do it really quick and really fast, nice and sweet. The best way to do this is to just spawn a car. So what I do is I do t/car, any car. You can do any freaking car for this, but this is just for me to put the cars in the spots that I want them in. So let me DV this because I want the car to face this direction. Okay. Okay, so then I do t/vector 4. Copy that. Then we change this to the vector 4 coordinate. Now the car that I want to show on the floor is going to be this Charger. Just going to replace this car. So this is the floor model that these 2 cars have to match. Okay, now the next spot that I want a car in, get out of that. I'm gonna put one right behind this one. So perfect. So then I'm gonna get the vector 4 of this car. That. Put that in. I get the next car. Okay. Then we can put one car right here. We can face it this way as well. Okay, so now I do T slash vector 4. And that, replace that. Go back out of the server. All right, and then for this last car, we'll just put this one in the middle of the floor right here. So, I mean, you see we have other spots, but this is just 4 cars that we're testing. So, and then just put this last vector 4 chord in. Get the last car. It's just 22 cheap. I got the wrong chord, so let's see. No, I was right, because it's 71. Yeah, okay, cool. So you realize I don't need these last 2 spots. Let's say that I actually ran out of spots inside my dealership, but I don't need the last 2 or the last 1. You just delete those out. And then you just have these 4. Save that. Everything here looks good. Okay. Everything over here looks good. So now you have to restart the server. So let's just F8 quit. Go in here. And we're going to see. We're just going to restart the server really quick. Restart. Yeah, and while that does that, this is a really helpful resource for when you're looking for blips for stuff. You want to change the blips in the server. You just use this resource right here, and then these are the color numbers for any resource that you're looking for colors for. You can just get them from in here. I really like this resource. I use this thing a lot. So yeah, I will be sending. I will be trying to put my Discord in the description, my Discord name, and then I'll invite you guys. If you just add me on Discord, I'll invite you guys to my dev Discord. And anybody who wants to play in my actual roleplay city, can also send you that as well. Ask questions in the YouTube video, because the only way that other people learn if they have the same question is by seeing it, and then if it probably already got answered by me. So yeah, okay, the server's back up as we can see right there. So we're trying to hop back in and see if our dealership's in, or if we broke something. If we broke something, we can easily fix it, and hopefully I can show you guys quick fixes to things as they come up. But yeah, I kind of sped through that, but it is what it is. Slow the video down, rewatch it a few times. But everything that you need to actually create your own dealership is literally right there. Later on, I'll create a video about how to create a dealership for Q. Oh, well, if you guys like this, just let me know in the comments if you want me to recreate a video where you can create a shop that is open to the public, and you can make shops even without MLOs. Like, I can make a shop out of parking spots in a parking lot. Like it's literally doable. So if you guys have the question, like just ask and I can show you guys how to do it. I can show you guys how to create your own shop anywhere on the map. It doesn't have to be in an open MLO or in an MLO at all. It could be outside. So just ask away. I have a few more video ideas that I'm coming out with, adding custom weapons and all this other stuff that I want to help you guys learn how to do by yourself, so you don't have to depend or pay a developer to do it for you. And my videos are going to be very easy to understand for you guys to be able to do the things that you want to do. So yeah, just ask away, like the video, and we'll continue to make videos for you guys. If you guys don't like this video, I won't make another one. I will not waste my time. All right, getting back into the city. Come on, buttons. There we go. Spawn. I want to go to my last position. Just a little brighter. All right, give it a second. Boom, there's one car. There's 2 cars, there's 3 cars, and there's 4. Okay, so this is an issue when the vector is too high for the car. And I'll show you guys how to change that vector to make that one hit the ground. So these are all on the, well, some, I think that one's like lifted a little bit. And I can show you guys how to put that on the ground as well. So basically, I don't have the job right now. My job is set to vehicle dealer, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner of my screen. So if I change my job, here, set job to staff, grade 6. So now I can come in here and throw out a vehicle. Maybe not. I'm gonna change my job a few times. You see, no, this should work. I mean, it wouldn't let me see it before. So, sometimes it happens when you change your job in QB. Some of the stuff doesn't register right away. So I'll change it again to see if it does it the right way. So staff 6. Okay, let's try it again. I don't want to restart the entire server again just so that you guys can see these cars working. But I might have to after I set my job. It is not going to let me do this. So let's see if I can show you guys how to put that car on the ground. Then we'll restart the server, because you have to restart anyway to put that car on the ground. So what you're going to do is go into vehicle shop. That car is the Jeep, right? So the third number is the height of the vehicle, how high it is off the ground. So I'm thinking that I can just change this to 71.0 and save this, and that should work. So since we just did that, we'll just restart the server quickly. Restart. See, I have no errors in here or in console about vehicle shop, so it does work. It's just that it has to be restarted because I reset my job. So let's quit out of 5M. That's gonna restart. Cool. I have a lot of cars. I'm gonna make a video about how to make car packs. Most people just drop cars in a vehicle folder and think that's helping them. Actually, that causes you to use a lot more resources on your server than what you want to do. So there's servers with like 500 resources running, and there's no reason for that. And most of them are cars. So the way that I do it is I pack them into car packs, and this single resource can have 300 cars in it, and it'll just read as one single resource. And it's just a car pack. And even some of these other ones are like, I could put all these in one big car pack and just call it major crimes cars, and just put all the cars in one pack because they're all separated into emergency services packs and all that stuff. But yeah, so I could do that as well. Server's back up. Just go back in. I'll show you guys that everything does work. Yeah, and if you guys have video suggestions, drop them down there in the comments. I'm always willing to take on suggestions and new things. And if there's something you get stuck on in QBCore, ESX, vMenu servers, even though vMenu isn't a framework, it is a script. But if you have issues with like permissions and things of that nature, I'm always around to answer questions about that as well. So I just want to help out the community. I feel like a lot of people are lost or they're trying to start a city and they don't have a lot of money. So this is the way for me to be able to give back to people with the skills that I've learned over the last like 7 years of developing and teaching myself how to develop. So yeah, that's it. I mean, I just want to be able to give back to the community in any way that I can. I think this is the best way right here. Okay, here's a moment of truth. Listen. All right. Let's see if this corresponds on the ground. Okay, so we got a little bit closer. So you see, every time you get a little bit closer, so like we're gonna do like 70.8 or 70.7, maybe 70.8, and that'll put this thing on the ground because it's at 71.0 right now. So it's going to be 70.8, and that'll put this thing on the ground, and it'll stay on the ground. And that's how you mess around with putting cars on the ground. But you have to restart the server every time you change it. So here we go. Interact with the vehicle. And I want to swap the car miscellaneous to a BMW. Boom. So that does work. All right, and if I test drive the car, so I want to let myself test drive. All right. All right. So test drive. Okay, I'm done test driving. I want to buy the car, whatever. I like it. Let's go right here and finish test drive. And then you can come down here. You can change out these cars as well. We can actually buy the car too, so we can sell it. I want to sell it to myself. So now I own this car. And here's one of the things that people run into also, cars with no sounds. If this happens, I'm actually going to be creating a video on how to do this, how to fix cars with no sounds. I'm probably going to put that video out tomorrow. But yeah, it's a pretty simple fix. It's super simple, super easy. The reason why this happens to people is because another car in the server, whether it be a GTA standard car or it be a add-on vehicle like the one I'm driving now, another car has the same hash sound in the vehicle config. And we could just change that by finding another car sound online and then replacing this one. So I'm gonna make a video probably tomorrow on how to change it. So, and then we'll respawn this car and we'll see if it works. But yep, so that's how you create vehicle shops in QBCore. As you can see, the logo is there on the map. If I come into here and I click on it, there's the logo for the car and it says supporter shop. I always put my logos outside of buildings, well, my blips outside of buildings, because if you're doing inside of a building, when you TP as a admin or something, you TP to those cords, then you can end up on top of the building and stuff like that. So I just put it outside. So every time I spawn, I'll just spawn right outside here. But yeah, other than that, if you have questions, let me know. Like the video, subscribe, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, we're done.